Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. I am here to read for the summer. That will include July, August, and until September 21st. These are very special months that we're going to be going through. And I have had a lot of feelings, intuitive feelings, that have come through me more than 3 times. They've either been through a dream, or it's more of a vision than a dream. I've had these feelings come through me, thoughts repeating over and over again, spirit animals that keep on coming in, like an owl, black crows, things that normally you don't hear at this time. I saw a hawk. So between all of this, and abundant, between all of it, I've been taking a journal and writing everything down because I feel that it's time to say what has to be said to the collective. Also, I know that many of you are aware that I'm an MJ fan, and so this June we all paid tribute to him. And I paid tribute to him in a way that I felt was what I had to say. So I will read you, this is on my phone, and I can give you an idea of what, I have a couple of different Facebook pages that, in case you want to follow me, you can. There's my personal page, which is Donna J. Massa, and then I have Donna Massa, illustrator, or author, illustrator, and I have holistic Archangel readings and astrology, Donna J. Massa. So you can either pronounce my name Massa or Massa, whichever way you feel comfortable. So this is what I wrote that I'd like to read to you. Remembering Michael Jackson, Archangel Michael. Why an archangel? After many years since Michael's passing, if any of you have read my book, you would know why. I would say that he was an archangel, and is an archangel. The original Archangel Michael is the leader of the order called the Virtues, and it consists of 16 archangels. It's growing in small numbers when certain souls come to earth and make a tremendous difference through their dedication, contribution, and enduring service to humanity, and in turn leaving behind a soulful legacy. I believe Archangel Michael was indeed a close spirit guide in Michael Jackson's life, and he associated himself with him in paintings, photos, and later performances around this heavenly concept. He was a pure spiritual soul who could tap into his highly tuned dimension where archangels dwell. Beings of love and light. We are talking between the 21st and the 23rd dimension closest to our creators. We know he was unique and very special to all of us, and still is. He was a highly gifted and multi-talented artist of our time. He is consistently remembered hourly and daily on social media. During his lifetime while on tour, there were different humanitarian efforts that Michael did around the world privately. Honestly, there are too many to mention. He visited many sick and underprivileged children, and it's been mentioned somewhere he saved and healed by his touch. He is seen all over social media on all platforms as if he were alive. And he is alive in our minds, hearts, and souls. He reminds us of all that is pure, good, innocent, empathetic, sympathetic, and to be deeply sensitive to the human condition. And let's not forget forgiveness, acceptance, and a giver of real, unconditional love. Michael suffered mentally, physically, and emotionally through persecution and injustice. He knew his calling and came to understand why he was here. Not an easy task to heal and unite the world. His love for his fans was to give of himself, sacrifice, and share his love through the world of entertainment. His voice, quality, tone, and frequency transcends an unmatched vibration. Children and animals that hear his voice, sight unseen, react immediately in a positive and uplifting way. His ability to move his body as a dancer was innovative, inspiring, futuristic, and to perfection. His timing was impeccable. His sense of hearing was wired to precision, and his unwavering determination to strive and generate to others unconditional love for his fans as well as the world was felt. His dynamic physical appearance alone set the bar high. His simple presence and energetic force was magical and felt by his fans, family, close friends, and co-workers like no other human being on this earth. Some have said the molecules changed when Michael entered a room. I know now who he was and who he is. If you love and believe in him, he can do more for you now privately than he could do when he was alive on earth. He is in the spirit world, accepted into the order of the virtues to help souls in heaven and on earth. He has earned this great privilege. When in need of prayer or during meditation, just call out his name, Archangel Michael or Michael. He will be there just like he said, "You are not alone. I am here with you." These words were not a love song. They were written, and Michael was asked to sing these lyrics and this song his way. And he sang it like no other, straight from his giving heart and soul. Remember, he is always there for all of us, and he will help us in every way possible. All you do is ask. So that is my contribution to Michael, who, if he was ever around now and saw what is going on in the world and in the United States, I know he'd be doing something. We all know he'd be doing something. He'd be doing a tour, or he'd be on TV, or he'd be a message, or he'd be involved in some way, because that's how he is. He could never stand for what was going on. Now, he wouldn't believe it, but he would do his part, and we'd all be involved with him. That being said, there is one other issue I'd like to bring up that has become very strong in the thoughts that come through from the archangels, and that is women. women are the most important beings on this earth. Why? Because women have a very large part in what they bring to the world. They are mothers, their wives, their girlfriends. They bond in a way where, when in numbers, it is very powerful. Women have to go the extra mile. And what is happening today in the United States and in other parts of the world, women are losing their ability to live their life according to the way they would like to live it. They are not given the opportunities that they would like to have. Some are not being paid the same level as a man doing the same job. Some won't be accepted as a president. The abortion rights, the right to decide whether or not they can bring a child into the world under any circumstance, is a right that is given to a woman and to the doctor that she is working with and to the man who impregnated her and her parents, depending on age. That right was given and it's taken away. And in some states, they would like to arrest a woman if she's going to have an abortion, or worse, taking contraception, whether contraceptive devices, whatever they use, pills, whatever, anything. They will arrest her, and if she tries to have an abortion, it's the death penalty. I'm not kidding. They will put a woman to death if she has an abortion. That is about the most outrageous. I can't imagine. All I know is women need to come together more now than ever. And I don't mean anything against men. I don't. But it's really about women. Although men help in impregnating a woman. She can't do that alone. Okay, so you should stand up and take the responsibility if you and someone else, something happens and you take off. No, you shouldn't take off. You should face the situation, discuss it, and figure out what you want to do. Because you're just as important as she is. But it's not really about men. It's about women, the sisterhood. And women are very strong, especially, as I said, when we work together. And we need to come together and help each other. So in the United States, when it's time to vote, young women, as soon as they become young women at 13, 14, or whatever, 12, until the time that they hit menopause, they are childbearing age. And they hold this responsibility. And it involves these women, all of them. And those that are in high school and those that are in college, young people, need to think about this. And if you're at the age to be able to vote, you need to vote. You need to, it's very important that you vote for abortion. It's important that you vote for any injustices that involve women. I don't care what it is. And just because this is going on in the United States, that doesn't exempt anybody throughout the world, because there are third world countries out there that won't let women get educated. They won't let them show their face. I mean, this is, you would think that in a new age that we're in now, that all of this would be over and gone. Forget the wars, that's like history. No, it's still happening. And many of us just can't believe that war is still on this earth. That there are leaders out there that are very, very evil. Evil men and evil women that are trying to take over the world with their mad ideas. But we just need to stay grounded and stick together. All of us. And I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 65 or you're 80. You still help women. You still vote for all the women. Because you'll have grandchildren and daughters, and they're women. And I don't want them to grow up having to face the fact that they could go to jail, or worse, be killed because they had an abortion. That's insane. So women need to come together. They have to come and bond together and help each other right now. All women, all ages. That is the message that I have. And it's important. So, to continue on, I have already shuffled the cards. I've cut the cards, and I'm ready to lay the cards out for a reading. So, let's see what comes through, and we'll evaluate. So we have the first card down, then the next card is what goes over us, and then what is crossing us. Okay? So it's us, it's over us, it's crossing us, what's below us, the foundation, what's behind us, the past, what's above us that crowns us, what is in front of us, near future, and then the monolith. This is my third eye right here, my crystal, right on the High Priestess. That card is, I feel that of all cards, this one represents me. So I have her with us. Okay, now the monolith is going to be over here. First one is basically us. The second one is how people see us, how people will help us in doing what it is that we need to do, achieve our goals. The third one is hopes and fears. And the fourth one is the final outcome. And the fifth one is the clarity card. And you know what I do. I place the deck over here. This card goes across the deck, and it's the last card. That's the clarity card. Now, I can already see on this board, we have, I'm going to tell you the archangels we have here. And then I'll read. The archangel that went down first, which is all of us, the collective, is a female archangel. And it's Archangel Ariel, the Lioness of God. She's the first card. What lies over us is Archangel Chamuel, male archangel. He deals with relationships and soulmate connections, twin flame connections, any type of relationship, partnership. What crosses us is Archangel Uriel, male. Archangel Uriel does a lot of different things, but one of the things that he does and is most noted for is the weather. I would think that this has something to do with climate change. And this may... when I stop like that, I'm getting a message, or if it's not a message, it's coming through me. What it's saying is, during this summer months, the weather, it could be, some of us may experience weather that is surprisingly difficult. We all may be faced with that throughout the world. This is a major cross over us, is the weather. Something to do with the weather. He has many things, but in this, the way that it's crossing, climate control, taking action, or being aware, being vigilant, because I believe that he's trying to say that we'll be involved in some form of weather situation. I won't know until I start reading. What is below us, what is the foundation, is Azariel, and this is comfort, and male angel, and this is the angel of death, and not really of dying, but is associated with death. You could say death and rejuvenation. You could say that it's death of, it could be death of someone or something, and they also help those that are grieving. He helps transition from the physical world into the spiritual world. But for him to be at the bottom, there's something. I don't know if it's it may have something to do with viruses or okay, it has something to do with if you think that the COVID or any of these viruses or anything, any of them, if you think they're gone, they're not. Okay, they're not gone, and you need to be aware of what's going on around you, because these viruses, even though we have boosters and things like that, people still get them, and when they do, they don't know that they're going to get sick. And they're walking around and they're touching things, and we go into stores and we get a basket, or we do this, we do that, and if we don't wash our hands, if we don't use sanitizing hand solutions, or if we're not aware of what happens when we first walk into the house, you wash your hands. We did that automatically when we were going through the pandemic, but now, it's over, right? No. It's not over. So this one here at the bottom like this, between the weather and this, I'm thinking that there could be a virus or viruses or some type of something that could get a little bit messy. Okay? Behind us is Archangel Jeremiah, and Archangel Jeremiah is a real life review. So all of us have been subject to this life review in the past. We have been reevaluating our lives, all of us, because of what is going on in the world and what is going around here in the United States. All of us are doing this. We're doing it because we know there's change, and we don't want, many people don't like change. And we want to make sure we're prepared in every way for whatever the outcome. So we're assessing our priorities. We're reviewing. This is a male archangel. What's above us is Archangel Uriel again. Only this time, his placement is above us. And it's a brilliant idea. So he is talking about divine guidance here. So it's a little different placement than what I see down below. Okay, but it's the same angel. So he's here twice. What is before us is Raziel. And Raziel is the higher mind, male angel, archangel. He's the higher mind. He's the geometry. He's the chemistry. He's the intellect. He is geometric shapes and formulas, calculations, and his intention here is to manifest taking your power back and going after your goals and getting what you want in this life. And some of us may just get that because it's in the forward position. So many of us who have been manifesting may find that in our future there could be some nice things that could happen, because that's a good card. There's never anything bad. Azariel, as I said, is not a bad card. It's just that, it is formulated with death. On the monolith, we have Archangel Jophiel, which is a female, and she's the patron of artists. So this is the third time she's come up. And there is a call for artists. I think you've seen it on Instagram many times. People are saying there's a call for artists. I said it, I think it was, may have been December when it first came through. So there's a call for artists. The second card is Jeremiah again, male, and he's just reassuring us that everything is happening the way it should happen. But I have to dig deeper into that. The third, which is the hopes and fears, is Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is a male angel, and he symbolizes healing. He's the healing angel. So many of us may be healing from many different issues that we've been going through since we've had our life review. Still healing or have healed. And the last card, which is the final outcome, is Haniel. And Archangel Haniel is the moon goddess. She is in a garden. So she's a female archangel. And she's saying something about here, to be very aware of what is around you, sensitive to everything that's around you, nature, sounds, people, places, things, and we'll go into it. So there's our spread, and I will read the messages as we go along and see if we can put this together and tell a story to all of you, because even though this is for the collective and it's for the summer, it affects every zodiac sign. You're not exempt. It has nothing to do with, it's to do with whatever as a collective. Whether one of these cards resonates or maybe another card, you don't know, but it applies to all of us, one way or another. So, I'll begin. So, as I said, the first card is Spread Your Wings. And this card is beautiful. And you can see She is ready to fly.
It's going to be great.
And it's so beautiful. It really is. Spread your wings. Archangel Ariel, who's the lioness of God. Do not hold back right now. The time is perfect, and you are ready to soar, fly. You're ready to fly. You're ready to go. You've done your homework. You've done your research. You've done everything possible. And you're at a standstill saying, what am I, here's the summer, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to school and take extra classes? Am I going to go on vacation? Am I going to go to another country? Am I going to experience something I've never experienced before? I'm ready. I want to go. I've prepared for this. All of us know that summertime, and not all of us are summer. Some are going into winter. And that's a whole different feeling of what am I going to do this winter? So whatever season you're in, you have to change. You have to adapt. You have to adapt to the heat. You have to adapt to the cold. And what comes with that cold. And what comes with the heat. So you're ready. And the message for this is spread your wings. Although you may feel intimidated by the prospect of change and by the thought of moving past your comfort zone, you're ready to fly high. Welcome new opportunities and know that it is safe to follow your heart and dreams. Keep your focus upon love, service, and spirit. And avoid naysayers or skeptics. Remember that you inspire others with your story of turning challenges into victories. Working with Archangel Ariel loves all living beings and gladly helps them all. She's a master manifester, and she's especially supportive of people who are healers, teachers, and service workers. She's very partial to the environmental area, and she works closely with the nature angels to protect and heal animals, particular birds, fish who live near or in water. One way to work with Ariel is to participate in environmental work, including picking up trash near a lake, stream, or ocean, donating time or money to an environmental cause, or switching to environmentally friendly cleaning supplies. Well, that applies to all of us. But why is it the first card down here? Why is she the first card? I believe it's, again, about women. I really think that this is, it's not even thinking. I feel that this is about women. This is a female Archangel is a lioness. I mean, she is a strong woman. And that's what we have to be, is very strong. And we have to be strong for each other, strong for our children, strong for our husbands, strong for our friends, strong for everybody. In the workplace, we have to be strong. Not pushy, not overbearing, not a know-it-all. You just hold your place, and then when it's time to speak, you speak. And you say it like it is. And you get your message across in a nice, pleasant way. Because you can catch more with honey than you can with vinegar. So, besides spreading your wings and taking off, it's about women. That's the first kind. What lies over women in this respect is Chamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So women out there who are looking for soulmates, twin flames, or any type of relationship that they're looking for. It could be a business relationship. It could be a relationship with a child, or a daughter, son. It's a relationship of some sort. And this type of relationship, being the woman that's here as the star, is the kind of relationship that she needs to have with whomever that's very important. Now, and all of you out there are in relationships one way or another. I need to evaluate them. You need to evaluate your relationships. And you need to figure out if they're in your best interest. That's what's coming through. They have to be in your best interest. If for any reason doesn't, you've heard of a red flag. I know many of you know what a red flag is. A red flag is a warning that something's wrong. And if you're in a relationship or coming into a relationship, if there are any red flags, notice them. Don't be naive or so much in love that you're not seeing the reality. Because those red flags are going to give you an idea of what could possibly happen later on in a relationship. And you're too deep in it, and there's not much you can do. Because you're too deep in it. You're married or committed in some way where it's not going to be so easy. So you look for those red flags and be aware that you want to make sure that the relationship, whatever it is that you get into or go into, is in your best interest. That connects to the woman. In your best interest. Women, in your best interest, living your most authentic life. I'm not saying this whole thing's about women. Right now, it's starting out that way. Okay? And there are more women in this world than men. So that's what I'm getting. Now I will read the message from Beloved One and see what more comes out, but that's what I'm feeling. Chamuel is he who sees God. Love is in and around you right now. I've heard many spiritual teachers and guidance and people in the spiritual community talk about this, and this just verifies it. There's love around us. You don't need to search for it. Rather, by holding loving thoughts and conducting loving actions, you attract and manifest love in all aspects of your life. Call upon me to guide your thoughts and actions to bring romance into your life. Converse with me regularly about your love life. I can help you fall in love with your life and heal and manifest wonderful relationships. Chamuel's aura is pale green, like a springtime leaf in the morning sunlight. You can feel close to Chamuel's loving energy by wearing or carrying a green fluorite crystal. So, love is the strongest force on this earth. It can overshadow evil any day. Overshadow evil any day. Right now, people are saying they're not quite sure what they're seeing. They're seeing hate, and they're seeing good, and they're seeing the two forces. Love will win over to every time. Every time. But you have to have that love in your heart. So if you are looking for a relationship, open your heart to receive. If you've been hurt, you've been healing, because this card right here in the back says you've been doing life reviews. You've been thinking. So if you've been hurt, or you're going through a divorce, or you're going through something that's not pleasant, don't close your heart and think that I've been hurt. This is dealing with women. I've been hurt by a man, or I've been hurt by another woman, I've been hurt by whatever, and I don't want it to happen to me again. Red flags. Remember the red flags? That's what you want to remember. That way you don't make the same mistake again. But open your heart, because if you close it, there may be someone new coming in, or another opportunity that's coming in that's better for you. If you close it, they're not going to get through. So don't open it, keep it open. Okay? So that's what it's saying. Love. Be loved. And honor it. It's sacred. It's special. And you'll know if you found the right person. You'll know. I've said this before, you'll know. You'll feel it. And if there are red flags, and they're little ones, just outweigh how many red flags as opposed to how much good that person has to offer. If they're far more good, then I guess you can kind of put up with just a few of the little things. Work them out. People do change, and they're willing to change if they love you. They're willing to change if they love you. So that's what's over us. But what crosses us is more general. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. This is a warning card. This is what is over us, and it's Uriel. And I'm asking you, all of you, and no matter where you live, to be vigilant, because you're going to experience weather-related issues that are not going to be fun. It could put you in a situation where you're not prepared. And you watch your weather, know what kind of weather you're going to have each day. Look at the radar. Make sure that you're listening to the news, and know what's happening. Know what's going on around you. Okay, I will give you the next message for this, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with the climate. To be aware of but more than it's one thing to be aware of climate control, climate change, and doing your part, and us all doing our part, and devoting our time to understanding more about it, and what we need to do, and how we can help. And that is important. This is more to do with something that is occurring, something that's going to be happening. It's crossing us. You know what to do. Well, if you don't, you better know what to do. That's all I can tell you. Because you may not have time. If it's a tornado. The thing is, tornadoes, and I never had to ever worry about a tornado, but in the state of Florida, being so flat, what happens is that they as a front comes in, it can form within seconds. If they just touch down, you don't know where that's going to be. There's no way of knowing that. You may not have time. You may look at the sky and see that it's black, or that it's not right, and that something is very wrong. Wherever you are, you know where to go. You're trained to know where to go in your home. If you're in a community, they tell you where to go. You know the places to go, but you don't chase it if you're not experienced to do that. Don't do that. But just be aware every day of what your weather is going to be like. Okay? All right, so I'll read the message. Uriel is the god of light. You are far wiser than you realize, and your inner wisdom has already given you the answers that you seek. Embrace this knowledge and trust it, whatever intuitive feeling you have. If you are doubtful, ask me to give you clear signs to validate your thoughts and ideas. I can also help you put your ideas into action and make decisions about the next steps to take. Just ask, and then be willing to work with me by taking action. Uriel helps to illuminate cloudy situations by lighting up your pathway. He usually only lights one step at a time, however, so you may not be able to clearly discern the ultimate outcome of your actions. But you will know what steps to take next along the way with his help. So in this respect, as I say, use your gut and intuitive feeling of whether or not you want to send your children out on a lake when they say that there's going to be thunderstorms coming in at 3 o'clock. And you don't know what kind of storms these are going to be. They could be in the red, they could be orange, they could be burgundy. You don't know. You have to think about, well, should I go out and take this 2-hour journey in the car when it's going to pour and you're not even going to be able to see the road? It's going to hold traffic up. Can I leave a day later? Would that be better? These are the kind of decisions you're going to have to make this summer. We're traveling. we're getting on a plane. Is it safe to get on the plane, or will they cancel the flight because of weather? Especially if you're going clear across the country, no matter where you go. If you're planning a vacation, what kind of weather are you going to have? Look at the weather where you're going and see what the weather is going to be like. Just be aware, because we are in a situation this particular year where in the United States alone, it's hotter than ever. And there are areas that are hot that have never been this hot. And you don't know how that's going to affect when cold air comes in and meets warm air, and how that clashes in the middle of the country, let alone up the coastlines. These storms are brutal. They're coming down from the Caribbean. They're coming in from Cuba. They're already starting coming in, and there's going to be one that's going to go right over the Dominican Republic, and that's a disaster. 110 winds. I mean, these people are in serious condition. They're scared. They could lose everything. So this can happen to anybody, anywhere. You say, oh, well, I lived up in North Conway, New Hampshire, in the White Mountains. What could possibly happen? 2 quakes happened while I lived there. One was just a little vibration. The second one was enough of a vibration that the knickknacks were falling off onto the floor. And I didn't lose my balance, but I was looking around. I was like, what the heck is... So that's up in North Conway, where you'd think that there would never be anything that would happen up there. The Ring of Fire. So things, you don't know what's going to happen, just be aware. Okay, so that ends the first 3 cards. Okay? Women, what's over women is these relationships, and then be vigilant with the weather. All of us. This 2024. Okay? For the summer or winter. Below is comfort. Azariel. Now this is the one you're saying, oh my God, the death. Well, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Okay, now some of you may have been hurt in a relationship or hurt by someone. And you're going through a period of adjustment where you're missing this person, and they either ghosted you, or they're not around, or they just took off, or whatever. You can't even figure out what you did wrong. They're gone. You miss them, you're sad. Others, it's just never a nice time when the heart has been hurt. It's just not a good time. However, in this respect, we're going to figure out why it's on the bottom, why it's down on the ground. It's the foundation of everything here. So what is it about healing, and what is it about the heart, and why do we need help healing? Well, we know that there's wars around, and we're watching people live this, and that's an atrocity. We're seeing all kinds of things. We're hearing all kinds of things. Some in disbelief. Some can't believe we're even living in the right century. Instead of going forward, we're going backwards. So it's turmoil. And I'm going to read. It says comfort. So I believe Azariel is working in favor of helping people heal, whether it's a physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever. It's healing, and it's the foundation of what we need to do in order to get to where we need to go here. Because if you're not healing, you're not going to be able to achieve, because there's an achievement here and going for something. Okay, so but understand we're moving, trying to move forward. Okay, so comfort in the message here is the Archangel whom God helps. Even the strongest person experiences upsetting situations, and there's no shame in taking time to heal your heart. This is a good time for quiet reflection upon your true feelings. Write them down in a private journal, and then call upon me to bring comfort to your heart and mind, and I can help you sleep better at night and put your mind at ease. Ariel's aura is a beautiful shade of vanilla cream, a pale yellow tone. He surrounds grieving and dying persons with this loving light to bring them comfort. And as Ariel is around, you may see eggshell-colored twinkle lights in the room. The crystal creamy yellow chalcolite is calibrated to Azariel's energy, so holding or wearing this crystal may lend an additional comfort. For those out there who are grieving, I'm sorry. It's very difficult when you lose people you love, or you've lost in a relationship where it's not gone right and you were hoping it would, or a business partnership that didn't go well, or a job that you lost. Just whatever is giving you an unbalance, it's not letting you feel secure or not feeling you whole because something's off. Something has hurt you. And what this Archangel is asking all of us to do is to take time out to understand, break down what it is you feel, and how you can get back to living. Get back to who you were. Because a hit like this can knock you. And it takes time. Nurture yourself. Spoil yourself. Be good to yourself. Take it easy. Don't push yourself. Give yourself some time to heal so that you can become stronger, because whatever happened, sometimes there's no explanations as to why things go the way they do. But it's nothing you can do. You can't change it. You have to accept it. And that's the part that takes the longest. You maybe have to accept, forgive, and forget. But it's a process. And know that this angel is watching you. But remember, these angels that are on this table are now here to help all of you this summer. So Azariel is here to help all of you out there. They know these archangels are pretty high up in the realm of 23 something like dimensions up there near God, or gods. They see, they know what's going on down here, they know what's going on everywhere. And they're here to help us know they're watching us, that we need help. And they come to us through our thoughts. Sometimes, some people have visions. They're very intuitive. They can sense, feel, see. But they're beings of light and love. Many people see like twinkles or flashes of light. Some orbs. and they think there's something wrong with their eyes. It's not. There's not anything wrong with your eyes. Because what they are, they're like a star. They're beings of light. They can be anywhere at any time. When you see that, or you see a feather, because when you see a feather, that you just all of a sudden find a feather, that's angel. That's an angel. You're being watched. You're being helped. You think you're all alone. You're not. You're really not. So you know now getting feel of the angels that are around you and here to help you go through these next few months. Okay? What's behind us is the life review with Jeremiah. And it says, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. It is really the next step from here because we're doing this. So we've hurt. Some of us have been hurt out there. Men, women, hurt. All ages. Children, hurt. And they need to heal. Patience. But in order to heal, you have to go through a little bit of a life review. You got to figure out what went wrong. Whose fault? Was it my fault? Was it their fault? Was it both? What can I do? Can I save it? Do I have to let it go? I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to follow in those footsteps again. I just, there's no way I want to go through this again, ever. So you have to figure out, okay, what do I do? Write things down. Positive, negative. What you want, what you don't want. What I can take, what I can't take. And don't be afraid to say, I can't take it. And when you say that, oh, you're weak, that's not weakness. No, if you can't take it, that means you've maxed your level of capacity, what you can deal with. And there's nothing wrong with capping that and saying, look, I can't have anxiety and stress and that much in my life. I don't do well with it. I have issues. I have some disorders. And this is it. This is the cap, okay? So don't push my buttons. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because if you do that, I'm not going to be in balance. I'm not going to be very happy. So assess these things and write them down and put them in a journal and figure everything out. Figure it out. Figure yourself out. And figure how you can become a better person. Figure out how you're not going to get hurt again. And figure out not to make another mistake. Because you don't want to keep on repeating these same cycles and getting hurt over and over again. What the heck am I doing wrong? Figure it out. Okay? Because there's no time. In this reading, you don't have time. Okay? You got to get going here because this card here says, let's go. Okay? This one says wants to fly. Remember? You ready to fly? Well, you better be ready to fly because you got to be flying. Some of you are going to fly. Literally fly. Okay? So the life review, people know what life reviews are. You see a lot of it. Many of the spiritual communities talk about life reviews and how we need to assess what doesn't serve us and so forth and so on. But life reviews can be very intense at times. They may be just a little bit of thinking, and then they can be very deep. I mean, psychologically deep, where you need to go and get help, where you need to talk to someone and see someone. And by the way, if any of you have behavioral issues or mental issues, I don't know if you know about the EMDR therapy. Look it up and read about it. It's in a unique way of dealing with many of these issues. I've had it. I loved it. women and men who are artistically inclined, musically inclined, do very well with it. But it works through the senses, through visual, touch. It has a way of working that you don't really know how it's working. It just does. And it literally cures. It erases these trauma cases that have occurred in your life, or whatever has happened to you that has perhaps caused difficulties in your life, panic, post-traumatic stress, anxiety, any one of fear, any one of these things was caused by something. This type of treatment goes right deep into it when you talk about them. And somehow, the way that it works, it naturally erases these things that have happened to you so that you can go on living a fairly normal life. Now, I'm not saying it's going to cure those who have a real disability with something like bipolar. If you've been diagnosed as bipolar, that's a little different. EMDR could help a lot. I don't know if it could cure it. These are behavioral issues that can be cured with EMDR. So look it up, EMDR therapy. If you're looking for something a little different, because you don't want to sit in front of a psychiatrist, try it. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Jeremiah, mercy of God. It takes courage to look at your life. Yet, if done with compassion and a sense of humor, you'll grow and learn from a life review. I'll help you to take stock of where you've been. We'll look at what you've learned and how these lessons are a valuable asset for today and tomorrow. We'll also notice life patterns that aren't serving your higher good, and we'll take steps to release those patterns. Cycles. Repetitive cycles. Jeremiah's purpose is to help newly crossed over souls view their lives. He also helps those who are still living to make, He also helps those who are still living to make life reviews. Take time to be alone and ask Jeremiah to help you review where you've been, what you've learned, what old patterns you've read, you want to let go of, release, and what you're grateful for in your life. Take a look at all the good things in your life that are working out. Don't look at the negative. Look at all the good things that you're blessed with before you start complaining about what you don't have. Look at what you do have. You may find that you're luckier than most. That you might. But a life review here on earth is very different from a life review in the soul world. A life review in the soul world is much more comprehensive. It's in detail. You are to be held responsible for what you do here in this life. Not to be judged, and there's no hate or anything like that. No, it's beautiful. But you will be responsible. You will go through everything. You will see where you made your mistakes, what you could have done, what you should have done. But that happens when you leave this world. In the meantime, while you're here, if you do enough of these, you may not have to do so many when you leave it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're giving ourselves some life reviews, going back into the past and thinking about, oh my goodness, what could we have done? What did we do? Well, we all try to strive to be better people, right? Okay. All right, let's move on. We're going to the top, okay? Crowning. The top. Brilliant idea, is what it says. Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Okay. All right, now we're getting into some lighter. Okay. We're getting into some lighter topics, and this is the kind of thing that is nice to have. Divinely guided. I've heard many of the spiritual team talk about divinely guided in whatever you want to do. To be divinely guided that is your path, your destined path. The right way, the right destiny, the right choice. It's something like you don't even have control over it. These opportunities pop into your life, and it's just one thing leads to another, and bingo, you're there. So, again, it's Uriel, and I've already read what Uriel does. In this particular case, Uriel is not talking about the weather. He's talking about being divinely guided. He's talking about when you are in a situation and you're not sure what to do. If it flows freely, if it just goes smoothly, you're being divinely guided into that way, that flow. Whether it's a position, whether you become a mother, whatever happens. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect to get pregnant. What? Let it go. It was divinely guided. It was your time. Divinely guided is it's usually it's your time. It's a time when it is right. It is, no matter what it is. It's the right home, the right job, a soulmate. It's right. And you're being divinely guided. So listen to it. Don't fight it. Don't put up those walls and don't say no. Don't fight it. Just go with it. Say, this is really going. And you'll know because it's going positive. It goes so smoothly. No glitches. That's divinely guided. Nice and smooth. Okay? All right. So that was crowning us. Now we're going to go to what in front of us. What is in store for us? And that is take back your power. Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. You see, now we're going into a different, we're coming around the corner, and we're coming into where we need to be now, okay? And this could happen to many of us within the next few weeks or months. Raziel, take back your power is what I'm going to read you. Okay? You are luminary, a sage, a wise one, a high priestess, a high priest, a wizard, and a supreme manifestor. Now is the time to summon up your spiritual strength and power and put your authority into action. Yes! Women, come together. Okay. Lovingly and firmly transform your intentions into reality. Say prayers about your intentions and ask for guidance and signs to shape your manifestations to the highest possible level. We all know about those levels and vibrations. We all know that if you're in a certain vibration, you bring abundance. You bring this, you bring that. You gotta find that place right there where you're nice and comfortable and things come to you. Archangel Raziel's name means secrets of God, and this archangel will help you understand esoteric spiritual ideas and apply them in practical ways. Call upon Raziel to assist your work, to turn ideas into gold. Oh, well, that's alchemy. And working with alchemy, and turning the lower energies into the higher energies, which is finding that vibration, or where that area, that place is where abundance and things come to you. Because if you're in the lower energies, they're just not going to come. They're just not there. You have to lift up and imagine yourself having these things and wanting these things, needing these things, whatever they are. So that is where Raziel is working with all of us. So many of us are going to find that there are going to be some interesting opportunities coming to us over the summer or winter, and assess them, make sure they're right for you, and then grab them. Divinely guided. Okay, bottom, monolith, patience, female, Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. This card, and I don't have to read this because I know exactly what this is. Jophiel is the patron of artists. There's a call for artists. We've said it 100 times. All of you. I don't care what it is you do. I don't care if it's a craft. Cat, Mr. Riff. My cat is called Mr. Riff. He wants to be part of the reading. Mr. Riff, you cannot do this. You want to come over and say hi? That's fine, but you're turning the chair. Anyway, so this card here says that this is feminine essence here. Okay, this is stopping and smelling roses. This is being in the right place at the right time. This is enjoying all that is beautiful. This is enjoying life the fullest. This is everything you love. And also, it's asking you to, if you have any of the small little things that you have started, you have to nurture them in order for them to grow. So if you're putting down seeds, have patience. Nurture them so they'll grow into something really strong, something that's beautiful. You can literally grow plants if you want to, because that would be something you could do. If you enjoy growing plants, if you enjoy this summer, I want to have a certain kind of garden. This winter, I want to bring some things in and have an herb garden, this type of thing. You can also understand that patience is a virtue, and it's needed right now. Patience with yourself and patience with others, and a call for artists, big time. You can't have enough of them. We're going through very difficult times, and we need very creative people, innovative ideas, and we need to move forward. And art brings us joy in every form and every manner. And people who are artists, all of you know that when you create, you're in the light. That's when you're your happiest. That's when you just shine. You just love it. That's what you have to do. You have to give us a part of you. Humanity needs artists, all artists. Next card, All is well. Jeremiah, again, only this time he's in this position, which is everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. Now, I've heard the spiritual community talk about hidden blessings. We've heard about this. So this just verifies that what they're saying is true. And I'm reading Archangel cards. They're reading tarot. The energy and the messages that are coming through are very much the same. And so what we're asking, I don't have to read the message here. The message is clear. The blessings that you're given is not just what you've been given, but what other people have given you. Because this card is not just about you, but how other people see you, or how they can help you, how they can help get you where you need to go. So, in this respect, it's a very good card. It's saying that everything is happening the way it should. Divine guiding, that flow. Have patience. Watch it happen. And know that there are blessings involved in this. And a blessing is like a miracle. You'll know when it happens because you'll say, my God, where did that come from? How did that happen? That's a blessing. You'll know the difference between something that falls into your lap as an opportunity and that of a blessing. They're coming. Be aware of them, for all of us, in our own lives. The next card is the hopes and fears, and that's Raphael. Angel therapy. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. And this is the biggest thing. Many of you say, oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to tell someone about all the things that I have going on. It's bad or wrong, and they're going to help me. Well, yeah, they do. They actually do. But you have to have the better attitude. You have to have a better attitude. If you need help and assistance, and there's nobody you can turn to in your life, you're alone, and you don't have family or friends or anybody that can help you, you could give up hope. You say, I'm doomed. Well, that attitude is not good. Therefore, this card is saying that you need to understand that this is like, this energy in all of us, what is going around and circulating is so much information. And one of the things you have to understand is that you are being heard. It may not come exactly when you want it. And it may not come in the form that you want it, but it comes. And it's what it's supposed to be. It's the way it's supposed to be. It's the way it is. So don't give up hope. And don't have a fear. Oh my God, I'm never going to make it. I can't pay this. I can't do this. I'm no good. Don't do that. Don't go there. Because if you go there, that's going to bring the negativity in. This is angel therapy. This is Raphael. This is a healing angel. We've been talking about healing this the whole time. So he's here to heal you and heal us as a collective, so that we can do the things that we need to do to help humanity, to help us, to help our individual lives, and to extend that to others and help others. Whether we do it in an event, or we do it for a charity, or we give money to this, or give money to that, or we help, constantly helping. And those that need help, we help them. Don't judge, we just help them. So don't fear. Don't put the fear into it. Put the hope into it. Because the fear will just take you to another place that you can do. The final card, which is the final outcome, is sensitivity. And this is Archangel Haniel, and she is the moon goddess. And you know what the moon is all about. You've heard enough about the moon is illuminated and you can't always see things clearly with the moon. That's not what this means. Okay? Because this is an archangel. And her message is again, very similar like Joe Fayal. Haniel has to do with artists as well. But she harvests the moonlight as an energy. So she harvests it, stores it, and uses it. She is a very gentle, loving archangel. She's very, very feminine. And she wants you to honor your feelings, honor your own energy. And it's involving sensitivity. So the final outcome here is, I'm going to have to read the message on this one because there's more of a message here. Sensitivity is a beautiful and powerful gift, and there is no such thing as being too sensitive. Your sensitivity helps you know the truth about situations and people. And it's important for you to trust and follow these hunches, intuitions, and impressions. Spend some time alone in nature to further develop your sensitivity. Avoid harsh situations and chemicals at home or at work. Ask me to help you choose life-affirming foods, beverages, companions, and activities that are good for you, healthy. Know that it's safe for you to feel deep emotions as they are a part of your sensitivity. Visualize the two of us sealed in a beautiful bluish white light. This light dissolves any lower energies, transmuting them into love. The light also helps you distinguish between your own feelings and those of other people. Haniel helps us honor our natural cycles, moods, and rhythms. She assists us in embracing all aspects of ourselves, including our strengths, setbacks, and shadows. Call upon her if you ever feel unsure or bad about yourself. Haniel will help you appreciate yourself and see how beautiful you are in the light. In the moonlight. This is the angel of the full moon. She's also the angel of the moon cycles, but she's out there on the full moon. So you go out there 3 nights in a row, you say 3 intentions, 3 times to her. See what happens. You'll be heard. That's Archangel Haniel. Remember, she's the moon goddess. When you see those full moons, not only is it in the sign of Gemini or in the sign of this or astrologically, yes, it has a meaning, but it also has a meaning for this archangel who is there to help you, who's going to listen to your affirmations, who's going to listen to your manifestations, who is going to hear you as you look up that big, beautiful moon and under that light and know you're being heard. To wrap this all up, I'm going to get the clarity card. What is it we need to know, all of us? What is the final clarity of we know the final outcome with the moon and the cycles of the moon and understanding the cycles of the moon and how they affect us and affect our moods for a cycle of a month. And how we start projects and end projects, all that. I won't believe it. I don't know what to say. See that? That's divine order. Raguel. Do you know who he is? He's the archangel of the judicial system in justice and fairness and what's right versus what is wrong. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusions. Look past the turmoil. Look past the crisis. Look past all that is negative and see the underlying positive order. This card assures us that although things may look very bad right now in many parts of the world and in the United States, that whatever is going to happen is in divine order. And if it's in divine order, then it's the right possible outcome, which is happy. So with war, it could be an agreement where people come together and decide, okay, let's work this out, or let's do something, or they give in. Something's going to happen. Somewhere along the line, anybody that has been doing anything wrong is going to be held accountable. It's going to come out into the light. If you don't know it now, it's going to be known, because it's not just this card that's saying, but it's also Pluto in Aquarius, the New Age. When you have Pluto in Aquarius and Aquarius ruler is Uranus, you are not going to get away with a thing. It may not be out there now, but let me tell you something. If you've done anything wrong, it's going to be known. You're not going to get away with it. You're going to be exposed. That's the way it is. That's divine order. So if you have any worries about which way this country is going to go, there is your clarity card. I don't have to say another word. That's it. You know who's going to win the race, okay? You know. Now you know. This is the card. You know what's going to happen in the United States. And it needs to happen, because many of us here have discussed it with everything and the way things are. But all over the world, there's problems in every country. Everybody's got their problems. But just know that the leaders that are coming in want to help humanity. People who are coming in want us to move forward. They've got the new age thinking, not old thinking, new thinking, new ways. It's happening. Just be patient. Divine order, divine intervention is the right way, the good way, the best possible outcome. It's the clarity. It's what you want it. It's the way you want it to be. The right way, not the wrong way. Because all of us will be affected by what happens in this country. The world will be affected by what happens in this country. We help everyone. If we go down, it won't be good. So, this was your reading for the collective. And not just the collective, but for everybody that, of all signs, all people, all creeds, all colors, everyone. We're all united. We're all, in a way, family. We may not all look the same, and we have different values and different beliefs, but we're human, and we need each other. And women, we need to stick together. We really do. We want to go forward. We want women to have everything they need, education, whatever it is. We need to go forward and uplift and ascend to a better world. And those that are fortunate, that have money, help other women, help people. Those that don't have any money, help in other ways by giving services. Do it out of your heart. Stick together. And let's win. Because I don't want anything taken away from us. We've worked really hard for where we've come, and we still need a lot more, but never go backwards. Never, ever go backwards. Never. Always forward. Straight ahead. Focused. Strong. Well, that's my reading. I hope all of you have a wonderful winter or summer. Stay well. And if anything comes through more than 3 times, I will come on and I will address it. I might not do a whole reading, but I will address something that is coming in very strong. In this particular case was women. But if there's something else, and weather, if there's something else that's going to come through, I will address it and I will come on. But this is a collective reading for this season of the summer. I wish all of you well. I love you. And know that we are all divinely guided. Good night.